All right. Yep. Oh boy. Bam. What do you think? Almost left that out. Whoa. Wait a minute now. I go say, this ain't acting like Crappie. See how he made that run there at the end? I seen this fish come running. Look at the shad he's spitting up. I seen this fish come running a long ways for this bait, so I was wondering then, because usually a Crappie will not do that. He came about 10 feet fast as he could come, wide open. And I was wondering then, I thought, is this bait will be that great? First time I threw it, first cast with it. But small bass like that, he's 12 inches, will hang around with Crappie. Look at the shad right here he threw up. That shad, good gosh, that shad probably was, before these tails messing now, probably was 3.5 to 4 inches long. Guys, I think I made a good color for bass, not Crappie. Yep, that's what I figured. Wow. There was about 6 bass after this thing. I could see them on the live scope. And this one here finally grabbed. They was all smacking at it. Well, I know what I need to do. I've been making, I got a 4-inch Senko mold too, guys. And I make bass baits with, I sell them in the local store here. And I reckon I need to make some, this is wild color with the lime tail. I need to make some of them wild with the lime tail. Bam. Woo. Y'all think I'm kidding about the color for bass, don't you? I can't catch a Crappie from the bass won't leave it alone. Now guys, y'all know if you're catching this many bass on a bait, you know that they think it's a minnow. All the fish are on the bottom right there, guys. All right, guys, have we got another bass? It don't feel like a bass. All right, he's running around everywhere now. My goodness. Nope, didn't think it was a bass. He started running crazy there at the boat though, didn't he? Now, I was throwing wild, which is a smoke, with red, silver, and black flake in it. You can see it there. This time I went to a yellowtail. Oh my gosh. No wonder he felt so big. That was a pig, isn't it, guys? Woo! 13-inch fish there. Fat too. Fat pig. All right, let's try it again. I'm gonna move my boat. The wind's pushing me around. I don't like the position I'm in. Guys, Crappie are running through here. You can see here. And let me kick around here. Let me get a little further out here and show y'all. I tried to get a screenshot just a minute ago of some that was moving pretty fast, but I was throwing at them. I was trying to show y'all, and I was trying to cast at them too. They're running across this point behind me. See, it's a point coming up, and they're running back and forth this point. I'm gonna go up the point a little further here. I'm a little deeper than I want to be. What they're doing is they're coming out of the channel because the water's done dropped to 54 degrees. It was 60 last weekend. So we've had a cold week, guys. It's 25, 26 degrees this morning. It was in the 20s yesterday morning. So, I mean, the water temperature is now really taking that dive, okay? So they're moving a lot, and they're in the channel. They'll come up on this shelf, up on this point, to get in the sun. Like, I'm sitting here right now. Y'all see how bright it is? The sun feels good to me here. Well, it feels good to the fish, too. If you get somewhere like that off the channel, you go like, man, this is a nice warm spot. I'm out of the wind, and the sun's hitting in there. Crappie do the same thing, guys. They like to get where the sun can hit them in the wintertime. Opposite of the summertime. Summertime, they want to get under a dock. They want to get in the shade. They want to get deeper. This time of year, 12 to 15 foot, maybe 18 foot when they're moving around. But they'll come up into 6, 8, 10 foot and get where the sun can hit them. Because especially this water's pretty clear. Visibility is probably 2.5 foot, something like that. All right. I just showed y'all that group of Crappie. I reckon I'll put in the video. Sometimes, guys, I get home, and when I think I really got something, I don't. I get home and go like, well, when y'all hear me say something like that, and you go like, well, we didn't see it. That's because the clip didn't come out good. If it comes out good, I'm going to share it with you. But sometimes the sun's hitting the screen up there and different things is going on and it's just not worthwhile. Or I'm trying to fish and I'm not holding the camera still because I'm trying to do it real fast because I want to cast. I showed y'all the fish and I was trying to cast to them fast as I could. There you go. If I don't watch, they're moving that fast, guys. They're moving a lot and I got to throw ahead of them. That's a decent fish. He's not as big as the last one. When you're fishing open water fish like that, you don't have but, you might not get but one cast at them or two. Sometimes they'll stop, but most times they're kicking along. Kicking along. And if you don't get that bait in their face, they won't come for it. You got to put it in their face. All right, guys. My camera cut off. When I cut it on, it cut completely off. And I thought that sounded funny, so I stopped reeling close to the boat. Pushed my camera down in the back like this so I could see, and sure enough I didn't have the record light on and it was off. I had to cut it back on. That's the smallest one I've caught today. I can see blues. When I'm sitting here looking at him, I can see blues shining here. Here's some green colors shining. School of shad. I don't know what these big fish are moving there. Did you see them? They're probably stripers right there. They're going so fast I can't keep up with them, guys. All right, look here. I'm coming here now. I'm shallow, but I'm looking out toward the deep water. See it dropping? Look. I don't know what they are. I haven't checked them out yet, but that's what I'm telling you. I'm just running the channel, looking around. See the drop? See how they hang off these drops? There's some here on the bottom too. Right here. That's fish right there too. See, there's a stump. So I was telling you, you find these stumps on these drops. You see the stump right there if you make it out. All right, we'll go check those out. Bam, we'll go find out what they are. We got one on. Where you gonna go? Oh, this one's a crappie. So you never know, guys, when you catch them like that. When you see a group of fish moving, we got white perch here, not white bass, white perch. And they move around in schools. Those bass will move around in schools like that here, the spotted bass. So sometimes you just gotta go throw at them. That's a nice fish. And I'm just running the channel. This is a spot I haven't caught a fish for a long time. That's a nice fish there too, guys. Now look, that was on the pearl tail. I mean, excuse me, I said pearl, didn't I? That's on the ice color tail. Now this is a natural looking bait. It's smoke color, like I say, with silver and red flake in it. A color like this is gonna be fine on a natural bait. It might even be better than chartreuse, okay? Bam, I think I got another one, guys. I did. Oh, he ain't very big. I said he ain't very big. He might be, it's probably 9 inches. I need to put my box back in. It's just nice not to have that trough. So y'all guys been watching a while know what I'm talking about. Some of you are going like, what's he talking about? Yeah, he's about 8 inches. But it takes us so much foot room. Y'all see me, I walk around here a lot like this. Well, I usually have that box right there and I fall over it all the time. It's one of the reasons I took it out. Alright. Hey, a crappie this time. Last one was a bass. These are small. The first one I caught here was nice. As the school went on, and it's a few hair hanging on a couple of limbs. There's down tree coming in right here. You can see the limbs. And it's a few on the end of it, but you can see they're small. All right, guys, that's 2 casts and 2 fish on this one. Now this one, I don't know if y'all noticed when I took it out of that fish's mouth. This one, the tail color is pearl. I said ice on the other one. The last one was ice. And I know I called this one pearl earlier, and I said no, it was ice. That last one, right? You heard me make a mistake. I went, oops, no. You got to look close to see the difference. But this one is actually, that's a baby. See, this one is actually pearl. You can see through it. It's just real light pearl with silver flake, okay? All right, that's all it is. The last one was ice. That's 2 on that one, but they're babies. So what I'm going to do now, I done caught 2 small ones on that one, but that was the next cast. I actually got bites faster on that one than I did the ice color tail. Well, guys, I threw back at those fish one more time. I thought there could be a couple white crappie with them, because they don't all look like they're white perch, and they're not. This is a crappie. What did I just say on that last fish? I said they were grouped up more like crappie, wasn't they? So I thought, trust yourself, then. Let's throw back at them again. You know, I said this a lot last year. I don't think I've mentioned this year. On this lake, we have white perch, and a lot of times they'll use the same areas, and they'll run together like that. With a, you know, I'm not saying they run around together all the time, but a lot of times like that, they'll be mixed together. That's what that was. The first one. The first one came out of that same pile. Now, let me tell you how I found those. I'm running open water. I'm gonna show y'all something that's a secret that I never showed anybody before. Okay? I'm gonna show you how I found them in open water. You ready? I use this. It's called a remote. Yeah, I know, it's funny, isn't it? I'm showing y'all that because I've had quite a few people say, well, Dennis, your Ultratrax has a remote. You ever use it? I go, yeah, I use it all the time. But see, I got it in my hand right now. I'm moving the boat. See how the boat's moving? Y'all can't see it because I got it down here in my hand. Because I got it tied to my chesty. And when I see fish, I drop it so y'all don't see it. And I never thought about saying, hey, guys, look, I got a remote in my hand. I didn't think you'd be interested. I'm laughing at myself, guys. Yeah, I use it, so there you go. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I'd share that with y'all because people keep asking. Yeah, I use the remote. It's just something I never share with y'all. So there you go. I shared it with you today. Now I'm going back here looking. And I've done this quite a few times. I've pointed at the screen through the years going like, nah, there's fish. Y'all just probably ain't paid attention to it. See, there they are right there. What I'm doing is getting me set up on them, guys. All right, now I'm going to hit spot lock with my remote. All right, now. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Hold on. I am laughing at myself now. Do y'all laugh at yourself? Can you do that? You know what? They say if you laugh at yourself, and you can laugh at yourself, yeah, you're all right. I do stupid things sometimes and get after myself. I'm sure y'all do too. If you don't, it's coming. You're not old enough yet. You get older, you'll do stupid things. Just ask your wife sometimes. She'll tell you whether you do stupid stuff or not. I'll tell you that 20 foot. Just ask my wife. She'll tell you. All right. Now I'm going to shorten this a little bit since I cut that crappie out of there. See what I've done? I shortened my screen and made them bigger. I can see them. I'm a little closer than I like being, but the ends get up a little bit. They're at 20 foot. I'm doing this too because somebody said, Dennis, you never show live action. Yes, I do. I show live action. I try to get one in every video. Sometimes it doesn't happen. I don't let the camera run a long time because it makes the video so long. You know, and I've said this on Wednesday nights a lot for y'all guys that don't watch on Wednesday nights. There you go. And in the studio, it tells us how much video y'all watch, guys. On an average 15-minute video, this is a little white perch. See, they're all mixed up there together. On the average 12 or 15-minute video, y'all only watching 6 or 8 minutes. I said this Wednesday night. I had people ask questions sometimes about stuff that I said in the video. I answered it and said it in the video, and I'm like, how'd they miss that? But I go to the analysis and look, it says watch time on this video is 7.5 minutes, and it's an 18-minute video. So if you're only watching 7 minutes, yeah, you're missing a lot of stuff maybe, because I say dumb stuff all over the place. And if you don't watch the whole video, you'll miss out on all the dumb stuff I say. So there you go. And I know some of y'all watch the whole video because you comment about something I said in the video. The last video I said something about, I don't know what it was now. And Aaron come back and said something about it. I went, he watched the whole video. Because he made a comment about something I said in the video. So there you go. They done moved. All right, so they're gone. So here's a school of shad right there. So that's why they're running this channel. There's your shad. See how deep your shad are? 10 or 12 feet. Somebody asked me that the other day. Are you seeing any shad? I said, yeah. They said, how deep are they? I said, they're averaging, 12 feet. So that's why the crappie are starting to run a little deeper now too, because the shad are running deeper. They're going to stay where the food source is. All right. Well, this is a crappie too. You ain't very big. Hey, I found the babies. I found the nursery. I know where it's at now. Gosh, he's got milk on his lips right there, I think. All right. Found the nursery. Y'all beat that one. That's an old purple tail. I think his purple tail's going to be good deep water. Let me show you where he came from. Right there. Yeah, I put my coat back on, guys. I got cold. Right here. See, I'm out in the channel. I'm in the middle of the lake. I ain't far from being dead center. But another 20 foot, I'll be dead center of the middle of the cove, main channel. I'm in the channel. I'm in the creek channel. Again, I said this earlier. I just told somebody this the other day I was talking about it. They said, where's your crappie at? I'm there by myself, guys. I ain't seen another boat fishing yet. Then, my boat landed, I was the only boat. And I said, in the winter time, they're in the channel. They said, oh, they're not on boat docks? No, they're not on boat docks now. That's why I'm out here in the channel. They leave the boat docks and they go to the channel. That's 19 foot. You see it drops just a little bit more right here, and there's some more fish right there. Now, I got it on 35 feet. What I do is when I find the fish, I shorten it so I can, no, look how it's dropping right here. That's it. That's all deeper it gets. They're in the deepest part of the channel. On the stump, look here, there's some more right here. Right here's some more. To my right, 35 feet. And that's what I said earlier. I use my remote and I run them out until I find them. Now, I was running around and I seen these fish and I stopped. I'll play with them a little bit. If I catch one, like I caught that one small, I'm not going to fish on them more. Those look a little bigger. They're at 30 foot. Now, they're at 30 foot. I'm going to shorten this once I found them. You know why I do that when I'm shortening this? Boy, I'm giving y'all a lot of information today. I shorten that because it makes my bait bigger. The shorter distance you're looking out, the bigger your bait is. So I can see my bait coming down right there now. There it comes. Heading right at him. Oh, I got him. I'm fine-tuned right on top of him. Here they come. Y'all wanna? I got so many clothes on, guys. Right there it comes. Right past them. Now I'm gonna bounce it one time. All right, see them moving around there? Yep, a couple of them moved and went, what was that? You don't want to bounce it too hard. Now I'm gonna let it fall slow. Don't give it a bunch of action in cold water, guys. Just move. I'm gonna pick it up a little bit. Right. Oh, I messed him. Had a bite. Don't give it too much action. Let it fall slow and just pick it up once in a while. You notice I went to a 1/16 on this rod. The rod I was throwing a while ago, when I first started this video, is right there. It's got a 1/32 on it. I got a 1/16 on this one. I got a chartreuse head on this one. Had blue on that one. I don't seem to make any difference. But I like the chartreuse head when I'm fishing deeper. Chartreuse or pink when I'm fishing that deep. Maybe even red. But I like the blue when I'm fishing shallow for some reason. I just tend to go to that blue one when my shallow fishing. Now that I said I had to go deeper, I went to a heavier head. And I had a chartreuse head on it, so I just left it on it. That's what usually I use. Black's good too. And now they're not. I see one made a move at it. Now I messed up again. Now I'll tell you what I'm gonna take from that when I've had 2 bites and no fish. I'm gonna take that there's small fish too. And some of y'all fish are like gonna say, yep, the small ones will beat you to death and they're hard to hook. Wow, feels like a good fish. Yeah, it is like a decent fish. All right, guys, I'm still in the same place. I've come. Oh, I caught the last fish up there. I've come 100 yards, 75 yards maybe. Just running the channel, and I've thrown out a bunch. They're just scattered all over this channel, little groups. He's a decent fish. He's not a monster. He's probably right at 10 inches. He'd be a snack if you wanted to eat a few. I haven't kept a fish this year to eat. I kept one day in the video. I said, I thought he was going to die. And I put him in the live well. And before I went in, I checked him. He was kicking around good, so I let him go. I just thought he was hooked bad, but he'd be all right. Sometimes they bleed like that, and they're okay. You get them back in the water, especially when it's cold, they're okay. But he come off the bottom. I was see if I can catch one more. They like this purple tail. Right there's where he came from, which is 25 feet like this. And so I'm going to throw 25 feet like that, give it some line. I want it to fall straight down. This is a rod I have 6-pound test on. I've got 6-pound test on this rod and one other one. And I use it for crappie fishing, and sometimes I use it for bass fishing. All right, and this is a light action rod, so bass really feel big on it. I see them there after it. See them there paying attention to it. Coming right across them. Oh, he messed him. He bit me. Now here's my bait. I'm going to show y'all something. If I can find it. I can't see it. Right there it is. I see it right here. Right here's my bait. See, look how far it came. Came 22, they're at 32. It came 10 feet on the hook set. So when you set the hook and you go and you stop like that and go like, oh, he came back for it. You moved your bait 10 or 12 feet when you set that hook. Good chance it was a different fish that came and grabbed it, right? It fell down in the school, different place, or one was out away from the school and grabbed it. Oh man. Wow. Don't think it's gonna be a crappie though. It was a school of fish I threw into, But they would look like a school of crappie, and this fish come running up from under the school of crappie and grab my bait. Like it was his. Like he said, that's mine right there. Well, it is a crappie. I couldn't believe it. Wow, look at this hog, guys. Whoa. He wanted this wild color of that purple tail. Look at that one. Woohoo! That's what you get for here fishing on a cold day, right? All right, guys, I'm gonna take a picture of him. Gosh, that's a big crappie. All right, guys, there's a pig. He's over 15. What a pig. I weighed him, guys. He weighs 112. That's a nice crappie. Right at 15 inches. A little bit over 15, 112. That's a nice one. Bam. He's got my rod caught up in my remote cord. He's a small one. All right, guys. I think it's gonna be a nice fish. I'm still chasing open water crappie. After those big ones now. Hunting for those bigger crappie. There you go. Bam. It's a nice one too. All right, guys. That's a nice crappie. And there's 13, and he's about 13 and a half to 13 and 5/8. Oh, purple tail. I'm staying with purple tail. Purple tail catches big crappie. Isn't that a nice one? All right. Bam. Bam. That's about 6 or 8 in this school. Let's see what. Any size to them? Yeah. I'm in the same area, guys. I'm just running around here in circles. Y'all running around in circles? That's what you do when you're sniping. If you find fish, you just keep running around that area looking. You know, till you can't see anymore, and you move on. He's not very big. He's about 10 inches. All right, got him that time, guys. You know, I messed the last one on the cast I was showing y'all. I got this one. This was the next cast. I said, let me try again. Yeah, they're on a little bit of stump right there, and they're in 20 foot of water. Bass boat just came by, guys. That's why I'm rocking. First boat I've seen come by me, it's fishing. That's a decent one there. He's probably 11. He's probably 10, and I'm stretching him at 11, guys. He's probably 10 and 5/8 to something like that. He might be 10, 11, 16ths. All right, guys, look. I'm going to end it right there. If I catch another one, I do this sometimes. I'll stick him in front of this one. But I'm going to head in here in a minute. You can tell I put my coat back on because it's cooling off. I'm in the shade. And it wasn't no heat wave today. It was 50 when I left my house. But it still feels cool. You know how it is in wintertime. I don't know if we're actually in winter or not, but no, we're not actually by the calendar in winter. I think that's what, November the 20th? I don't know. I have to look. I can't remember stuff like that. But this was the purple tail one. It worked fine in this deeper water. All right? Again, I said this early in the video. Sometimes you might want to change your tail color. Depends on how deep you're fishing. The light color, like I used earlier with the pearl tail or something, could be better in maybe 10 foot or less. You start fishing deeper, you might want the purple one. I've got red too, black. So I got some other colors we're going to try. I got flamingo tail in this while. So we'll try those one day also. But today I was just playing with a couple different ones just for fun. And I have to say, the purple tail impressed me in this deeper water. I'm having no problem getting them to hit it. I've got, I threw at that place right there 3 times. And I caught 2 fish, and I had a bite on the second cast. So, yeah, they like the purple, don't they? Appreciate y'all, guys. We'll put some tail colors on. Like I said, we might do it separate. Talked to my son today a couple minutes while I was eating lunch, and we're gonna do something different this time. Instead of just piling these in with the LC Shad, because they'll be easy to look over. We'll see if we can set it up as maybe we might call it hot tails or the tail section, and we'll put all the LC Shad in there with different tails, because I think before we're over and done, we're probably going to be in about 6 or 7 colors. I'm going to do a couple dual colors too, and I can't do them all. Somebody said, oh, do all the dual colors. Woo-wee! Guys, I got like 12 or 14 dual colors. And if you've done chartreuse and blue tail and all those, look how many that would be. That's right. It'd be 24 right there. So we'll do a couple of dual colors, and what I've got on my mind right now in dual colors is probably just the chartreuse and the blue. All right, and we'll go from there. We might try to come up with a good stain watercolor. Maybe orange. The said color is orange with a chartreuse tail, but maybe something else like that. I'm working on it, because I know some of y'all guys keep telling me you want something out there, way out there, maybe purple with yellow belly or something. So I don't mind making a color like that. It just got to sell. If I make a wild color, guys, and it sits on my shelf in my garage, and I only sell 20 bags a year, it's not doing me any good. It's taking up space on my site, and I'm taking up plastic sitting in the bags, taking up the cost of bags and stuff, which is about 15 cents a piece for the bags and the label. So if you see what I'm saying, so I'm trying to make colors that catch fish, not just a fisherman. I want to catch fish, and I want you to catch fish with them. Hey, my name is Dennis, Fishing Lake Country. See y'all, guys.